For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 5 of the Chelsea career mode here on FIFA 18. Thank you for all of your feedback with regards to the left-back situation. I will be acting upon that in today's episode. There was a little bit of unrest with the signing of Coutinho over Griezmann, but I'm confident that I made the right decision, and hopefully those of you that were frustrated will still be on board with the rest of the series, etc. I think Coutinho is going to be a very good player for us, as he proved by scoring on his debut in the Community Shield against Arsenal, and hopefully he can continue that good form against another North London side as we face Tottenham next in the first game today. We are top of the table. Tottenham did win their first game of the season though by 2-0 over Newcastle. We of course played Burnley, which wasn't exactly the most difficult of fixtures. We'll also have Bristol Rovers today, and I'm not sure whether I'll play Everton. I probably won't. We'll probably have Everton and transfer deadline day in the next episode. But we are most certainly looking at left back right now. We have a deal in the works with Gary Cahill potentially going to Manchester United. I'm going to hold off on making a left back signing until that Cahill deal either goes through or doesn't go through, and then I'll know how much I have to spend, and if I need to bring anyone else in other positions, then it saves me overspending on a left back and leaving myself short for a future signing. But the most popular option with your guys' suggestions at left back was between Luke Shaw and Grimaldo. So if Gary Cahill goes to Manchester United, then it might be a good idea to swap an English defender for an English defender. And if Cahill goes to Man United, then I might look to bring in Luke Shaw over Grimaldo. But Grimaldo apparently is a very high prospect and was very popular in the comment section. I think in future I may just go for votes with straw polls rather than judging it by the comment section, because there are thousands of comments that I had to go through for the Griezmann potential signing at Cam. And I think it's too hard to be able to tell what the overall feel is. So in future, I will do straw poll votes rather than just judging it on the comment section. Hopefully that will help iron out any confusion in future. But Grimaldo and Luke Shaw are the two at the forefront of our thoughts with regards to left back. Tagliafico still is very tempting. I think if Cahill goes, I might try and sign the left back and Tagliafico, considering or one of the other left backs and Tagliafico, considering he can play at centre back too. How tall is he? 5'8". Okay, maybe not. I don't know, but he is kind of a non-obvious one, so to speak. A left one out of the box, one from outside the box, one from left field, so to speak. Even though he plays at left back, so probably shouldn't use that turn of phrase. But anyway, let's play Spurs. See if we can get a win at Wembley, and hopefully we can come away with at least a point. Continue our good start to the Premier League season. We'll play in the black kit, the one that I'm wearing right now. Fingers crossed we can get a decent result. I really, really like this third kit. It looks incredible. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any more of this series. The journey will return as soon as I have access to the full game. Obviously, EA Access limits my progress, so at present I can't upload any more Journey for a couple of days, but it will return as soon as possible. So don't worry, you're only about 24 to 48 hours away from actually being able to watch more The Journey content here on the channel. And I will probably be streaming in the meantime, because I'm still limited on how much I can record with regards to Chelsea series, waiting for your feedback and utilising my EA Access hours as best I possibly can. So I will be streaming quite a bit over the weekend, I think. You'll be seeing this, I'm recording this Saturday afternoon, you'll be seeing this Sunday lunchtime, so I'll probably stream this afternoon. I'm planning on streaming tonight, or last night as you see this, some Formula 1. I may do the same again later today as you see this on Sunday, or maybe even some COD or something, I don't know. But I want to stream at some point over the weekend, so that's on the way as well. But Spurs, let's concentrate on Spurs. Right, here's the Tottenham lineup. Lloris, Aurier, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Rose, Dyer, Wanyama, Salvio, Eriksson, Son and Harry Kane. I will accelerate this little clip slightly because if I run it at normal speed it'll get copyright struck, but I think if I accelerate it a little bit then you'll be able to see the lineup in the background and we won't get caught by the copyright bug or copyright algorithm. So hopefully I'm able to keep this put in. If I am, great. If I'm not, then I'm talking for absolutely no reason whatsoever. You know what my starting lineup's going to look like. Let's get underway here at Wembley. That's Pete. And the line there to Willian, starting ahead of Pedro, despite the fact Pedro got a brace in the last game. Still wanted to go with the added pace of Willian for this game. Marcos Alonso will get that. Oh, it's meant for Hazard. Never mind. Oh, please, please. Oh, what a goal that would have been. Morata with the back heel. Hazard with a shot. Lloris with the save. And then Danny Rose gets the tackle in. Wow. If I'd have been able to finish that, I'd have been over the moon. Unfortunately, turns out Hugo Lloris is quite a good keeper. Although I get the funny feeling we kind of knew that going in, didn't we? Heung-min Son now causing me problems. Gary Cahill trying to close him down. Gets the block on it, but Son... Oh, God, Aspi, turn the right way, please. There we go. We've gotten it away. Danger at both ends of the pitch for both defences so far in this one. Tottenham still on the attack here. Into Christian Eriksen. Don't let him have his shot. Well done, N'Golo. Thank you very much. Still haven't been able to get it away, though. Victor Wanyama. Into Harry Kane. Get the block on it, maybe. No, he's turned me well. Got a block on that, though. It's going to be a corner to Tottenham. Christian Eriksen to take it on that far side. Harry Kane is on near post duty. And it's going to come towards the edge of the box. And Willian is just going to chest that down. What a tackle by Alderweireld. Harry Kane! Wide of the target. I need to be quicker in getting it out of my defence. I'm causing myself far too many problems here. Marcos Alonso into Morata. I don't really know where to go. N'Golo Kante tripped over his teammate, I think. Willian. Oh, the scoop turn of dreams. I'm going to take the free kick, though. Don't think there was a foul there from Danny Rose, to be honest. Coutinho's going to get booked for an earlier challenge, which is fine. He looks a little bit cross-eyed, doesn't he, Coutinho? I don't know why, but we're going to take a free kick here. Marcos Alonso stood over it. He has scored a couple of great free kicks in recent times for Chelsea. It's very close, though. We'll see what we can do. Marcos Alonso try and bend it over the wall, which I bent it around the wall, but it was too close to Lloris. Decent effort, but still 0-0. Fabregas. Wait for Coutinho to get away from Wanyama, which he did do. Nice turn by Morata. Early shot, saved by Lloris. Keeper again on hand to make a good save. On a play towards the back post. And then hopefully, why is Hazard underneath it? I was looking for Louise or Cahill. Cahill ran forwards and Louise didn't get anywhere near it. Harry Kane with a turn. Kante with the tackle. Get it away from the awaiting Tottenham player there. I think it was Christian Eriksen. Through there to Morata. I have to show some good footwork. I'm going to hit this early again with Willian. It's dropped kindly for Coutinho, who's been tackled brilliantly by Serge Aurier. I forget that they've got him at right back now that Kyle Walker's moved on. Signing from PSG, of course, in the summer. And so far, Tottenham have defended very well. So have we, though. Alonso. Oh, Hazard has gotten in behind Aurier here. Look for Coutinho. And then to Morata. And then, I tried to shoot, but Vertonghen was just too strong for him. We've had such great openings in this first half, but I just haven't been able to take any of them. Lloris with some smart saves and some good defending, good blocks, good physical challenges from the Tottenham men. We had to defend a little bit in the opening 10-15 minutes or so, but I've been controlling possession so well that they haven't really been able to create much. Let's hope for more of the same in the second half, and fingers crossed, a goal as well. Heung-min Son, nice tackle. Get there, please. There we go, out to Eden Hazard. Morata is making a run, but we'll use Coutinho first. Wait for Morata. Dink it. He's got the legs on Alderweireld. He's brought it down. Morata. Oh, tucked into the bottom corner beautifully. I said I wanted to start the second half with a goal. We've done exactly that. In just 3 minutes, Alvaro Morata finds his way in behind. The defenders can't catch him, and he strokes it home into the bottom corner. I needed to be that accurate with the finish because Lloris has been stopping everything else. Little dink over the top from Coutinho. Brought down really nicely on the outside of his left foot and outside of his right foot into the bottom corner. Taking it early, keeper not able to get set. We lead 1-0 at Wembley. Oh, lovely tackle by Marcos Alonso. And, shit pass by Marcos Alonso. Lovely tackle by Eden Hazard. Coutinho to Morata. Hit it early again. Lloris is there. Kante. Morata into Coutinho. I'm just going to try and bend it. Oh, it's deflected. Where's that going? Whoo! That was dropping under the bar. Lloris needed to tip that over. Eric Dyer going off. Who are they bringing on in his place? I'm not sure. Corner comes in. Alderweireld heads away. And it's Moussa Dembele that's come on for Eric Dyer. So more pace. Physical as well. But better on the ball. And better going forward. So an attacking change for Tottenham in a holding midfield spot. But Morata can't tuck that finish away. Lloris has kept Tottenham in this. I could be 3 or 4 goals clear. But I'm not because the Frenchman is in top form. Can we find a second though? Hit that early. No, we can't. Again, Lloris with a stop. Stop it, Hugo. Free kick for Tottenham. Danny Rose floats it forward. Bakayoko's just come on. He's underneath it. I've moved Cesc Fabregas into Cam and taken Coutinho off. Although as soon as I've done that, look, Cesc Fabregas has stayed down injured from that challenge. Heung-min Son gets past Azpilicueta and shoots wide of the target, thankfully. I've had all the plays so far in this second half, but Tottenham's first chance comes, but It's wasted. Here's Dembele. Oh, dinked over the top. Bakayoko's there. Great header. Willian nearly gets caught on that, but we've gotten it away nicely. Only 8 or 9 minutes left to go. Dembele tackles Fabregas. Dinks it forward. That's actually deflected to Kane. And that wasn't far away. The technique there on point from Harry Kane. Reacting to the ball as it deflected towards him. Wanyama off. Dele Alli coming on for Tottenham. Another attacking change, but they're running out of time now. Harry down the line into Jan Vertonghen. Defenders thrown forward here for Spurs. Harry Kane lays that back to Dele Alli. He's just on the pitch. Heavy touch. He tried to place that and got it all wrong. Looking for the top right-hand corner, and he only found the stand. Dembele into Kane. Backing in. Oh, nice. Really nicely played. You can't argue that Tottenham haven't had the chances to get something out of this game. He probably should have given that to Harry Kane rather than to Jan Vertonghen, but even in that position, he's still expecting to find the back of the net. He's not the worst finisher in the world, Jan Vertonghen, but he didn't have his shooting boots on there. There's the final whistle. It's a win at Wembley for Chelsea away from home against Tottenham. That goal from Morata at the very beginning of the second half, just enough to see us get the win. We could have scored a hatful. They had enough chances in the last 15-20 minutes to score quite a few themselves as well. But again, lack of quality with the finishing. Only the one shot on target from 6, proving the difference here. And top goalkeeping from Hugo Lloris to keep the scoreline down. Let's go and see if Gary Cahill's been sold. Transfer offer for Diego Costa from Arsenal. Now, it would make it particularly interesting if we went to another Premier League side. A number of you were saying that if I do end up selling into a Premier League side, I should charge a premium to ensure that we get the best out of the deal. Bless me. Hello, Arsene. Right, I'm going to propose a new transfer fee, and you're going to have to pay me a large amount of money to take him away from me, to be completely honest. There's not a chance I'm going to sell him for anything less than 70 million to another Premier League team. They are going to offer me 66.9. That's a vast improvement on what they previously offered. So I will counter still, and I'll ask for 75. That's what we paid for Coutinho, and I'll add a sell-on clause of 10% as well, just in case they sell him on. Now, are they going to agree to that? 69.3. They don't want a sell-on clause. I said I wouldn't sell him for under 70, so let's ask for 72.5. For some reason, my brain just likes to do things in segments. So like it's either 500,000, 250,000, 750,000 or around mil. 72.250, and they're not willing to pay it. So they're willing to give me 69, but they weren't willing to go an extra 3 million higher. Alright, fair enough. I don't have to sell Diego, so I'm not going to sell myself short. I'm surprised they didn't stretch that little bit further. Clearly Arsene Wenger just not wanting to spend more than 70 mil. Got 2 emails, 3 emails now. Is one of them Gary Cahill leaving? Agreement for Gary Cahill's sale. Right, Kennedy wants to play. Fabregas not feeling up to it. But I've met with representatives for Manchester United, and they have agreed to pay £27.1 million for Gary Cahill. You can find the details in your folder. Manchester United are waiting for a confirmation from you so they can start negotiating with Gary Cahill directly. So they've agreed a fee of 27.1. I still have to either accept, reject or negotiate, but I will accept £27 million for Gary Cahill. Done. So they will now discuss contract terms with Cahill, and once that's done, if it's successful, then I'll go out and try and sign Luke Shaw, because we have a number of pennies in the bank to be able to spend should that deal, or when that deal goes through. Give us close to £1 million. Plus the wage budget will be pretty healthy too. Right, up next. Oh, shit. There you go, Liverpool fans. I may have bought Coutinho from Liverpool, but they've just gone out and spent that money on Marco Reus. That might actually please or kind of bring round some of the Liverpool fans to the idea of Coutinho at Chelsea if you've replaced him with Marco Reus. That's an incredible deal for Liverpool Football Club. Manchester City have signed Stefan Savic back again. He was at City, then went to, was it Fiorentina? Then to Atleti, and now back to Manchester City. Leverkusen have signed Lucas Moura. It's all going off. Man United have accepted a bid for Christopher Smalling. Some really interesting deals going through in this window so far. Right, oh, I pressed A on the breaking news again. Right, let's go and play Bristol Rovers. and then see what else happens in the transfer window. Right, I'm starting a completely rotated 11. Willie Caballero in goal. Zappacosta, Rudiger, Christensen, Kennedy at left back because playing our scout future star Mason on the left-hand side of midfield. Drinkwater, Bakayoko, Pedro, Moses and Batshuayi round out the starting 11. I have a number of youngsters on the bench as well. So this side should be strong enough to see off Bristol Rovers. I'm hoping for a quite convincing victory as well. Clark, big switch. Win that please. Oh, he did, Zappacosta. But he's only headed that back for a corner. Bowden to cross it in front of those travelling away fans. Danny Drinkwater heads away. Billy Bowden will keep it in though, just. And drills it there to Rory Gaffney. Rory Gaffney, there we go. There's a flashback from FM16. If those of you are watching were with me then. That's a hell of a cross as well. Oh, what a save by Willie Caballero. That won't cross the line even if I don't get to it. But Bristol Rovers starting right on the front foot here. Here's Tom Lockyer into Moore. Around the corner to Ledbetter, who's gotten in behind as well. Cross is decent. I'm just going to head this home, I think. There we go. Tidily done. All right, Bristol Rovers, calm down. Okay, through the gap there to Pedro. There's loads of space here for Victor Moses. Dart inside if I can. Oh, he's gone past the defender. Moses, I've overrun it. Smith gets a block on it, and it is going to be a corner. Pedro will whip. And that is quite a good whip as well, actually. Rudiger! Well held by Smith. Chances at both ends. Dinks that forward there to Michi. Back to Bakayoko. Drinkwater. Out wide is Kennedy. Into Michi. And space is opening up here for Pedro. Will hit it early. Wow. He hit that with some venom. Pedro makes it Chelsea 1, Bristol Rovers 0 after 22 minutes. That's a hell of a strike. Pedro is incredible for me this year. Yes, it's only Bristol Rovers, but he scored twice against Burnley as well. Although, whilst Burnley are drastically better than Bristol Rovers, they're still not the most difficult of opponents, but that finish, very, very good indeed. The shot power on it, too much for the keeper. Smith has made a couple of good stops so far, tried to set his feet, but then just couldn't reach up towards it. 1-0 Chelsea. Bakayoko into Mason, out wide there to Kennedy, have to turn back and look for support. Mason there again, Bakayoko short, Pedro through the gap, I'll look to bend it, Pedro, finish. Their keeper isn't very good, it seems. Pedro with another goal. 2 in 5 minutes. It's 2-0 Chelsea. We'll see a replay of that one. That was really nicely whipped into the top corner. Bakayoko to Pedro out of his feet, bending it into the top corner. Full stretch to keeper, but not able to get there again. Drinkwater through to Mason. Forward to Michi. Pedro is on a hat-trick, so I'll look for him here. Hit it early, deflected wide for a corner. He'll take the corner himself here, Pedro. So he's not going to get a hat-trick here unless it goes straight in from the corner, which it isn't going to do. We'll try and get that quickly around the corner. Zappacosta to Mason for a second time. Oh, not far wide at all. Good technique on that second volley after the first one was blocked. But unfortunately, well, good technique on both volleys to be fair. But wide of the target. It's a good cross. Underneath it. Oh, it's the Bristol Rovers man. Thought the defender was just going to clear that, but he didn't. You have to be careful. They do like to utilise their crossing, Bristol Rovers. Sort of noticed so far in their build-up play. They do tend to go out wide and then try and get the ball whipped into the box. They came close in the first half with a decent crossed opportunity. They come close there as well. It is still 2-0 and we are still in control, but we have to be careful that we don't slip up because it seems that they could punish me given the opportunity. Bakayoko quickly get that to Michi, out of his feet. Michi, make it 3. Oh, never mind. Good block by Sweeney. Cross to Zappacosta. Bakayoko, Drinkwater. I'll go to Michi first. Pedro, Michi. Oh, it's a lovely ball into Victor Moses. I'm going to need someone in the box to get on the end. And oh, this Pedro's a hat-trick. That is so lucky. I tried to drill it across to Moses. Defender sticks a toe up, nearly scores an own goal, cannons back off the post and goes straight to Pedro. A hat-trick for him. Not the way I envisaged him getting it, but he has managed to get it. 2-0. 3-0. Oh, Pedro. That was disgusting. The little hop away from the defender there. Here's Charlie Musonda. They threw that gap to Michi. Good look for Pedro again. Oh, he's found him. Pedro scored all 4. Chelsea 4, Bristol Rovers 0. Take a bow, my man. Take a bow. All Pedro. Michi into him. That ball is superb. The way Pedro's movement just took him away from the defender. He completely lost him. And then he's tucked it home from close range. It's a one-man show here. Telford down the right-hand side for Bristol Rovers. Again, looking for the crossing opportunities. And he's won the header more. They have just throwing the ball into the box at any given opportunity. It hasn't yet paid off, but there's not exactly been a shortage of chances for Bristol Rovers in this game. That's been the case with every team that we've played so far in this competitive season. Tottenham had a number of chances, Burnley had a couple that were half decent, and Bristol Rovers, despite being 4-0 down thanks to a multitude of Pedro goals, oh, they're so unlucky not to have gotten one there as well, having a number of chances. That was a great ball into the box. Good tackle by Lyons, but Meatsy will recover. There's only 5 minutes to go, and despite being heavily beaten here, they have given a good account of themselves, Bristol Rovers. A very good account of themselves, headed that home. That's one addition I do like this year. The amount of times last year I tried to do the right thing defensively in that situation and head home, and the defender would kick it at the goalkeeper, was just silly. I'm really pleased that they've made that little addition. It's just little things, but that really, really makes a big difference when it comes to actually defending solidly, and that will help when you play online as well. So do bear that in mind in situations like that. You can now head it back to the goalkeeper and have confidence that it will actually head it back to him, and you won't end up just giving the ball away as he tries to kick it to him. And Bristol Rovers will clear the lines here, and that may be full time. It's not, but we're very close to it. Pedro going off here for James, who's going to come on and immediately be involved. Knock that back there to Danny Drinkwater. Hit this first time with Bakayoko, deflected out for a corner. Oliveira's also come on for Kennedy at left back. Drinkwater with the whip. Christensen's up, down low, and saved well by Smith, who has made a couple of good saves, but I don't really think there was too much he could do against a couple of the goals that we scored in that one, but all 4 for Pedro. And that's the difference. The quality of that man. 5 shots, 4 goals, through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. Chelsea won by 5 goals against Nottingham Forest the other day. Well, I say by 5 goals, it was 5-1. So they scored 5 goals against Nottingham Forest the other day in real life. So it's not too surprising that we were able to beat Bristol Rovers by such a big scoreline. Middlesbrough beat Rochdale by 4-0 as well. Stoke beat Norwich 4-1, which is interesting. Leeds are winning against Watford. Championship against Premier League, away from home, although there's still 15 minutes to go there. Just looking for a couple of shock results if I can spot them, but there isn't anything that's standing out to me right now. And we'll see if there's any moves. We'll see if there's any news. There isn't any news yet. Kennedy's happy for the chance. Fabregas wanted that rest and he's happy. Kazawa and Gulam and Luke Shaw, the scout reports have come back on those guys, so we'll have a look at them in the transfer list, in the short list. We'll advance as far as Everton, see if that Gary Cahill deal goes through. It's just a match rescheduling for now, although there is a second email. It's a loan offer for Jacob Maddox from Stevenage. We will let him go there for a year, give him some good first team experience, and the Arsenal game has been rescheduled. I think it was just by a day, I think that said, although I did delete it before I really gave myself a chance to read it. Come on, let's get this Gary Cahill deal confirmed so I can go on and sign a defender, shall we? Please let one of those 2 emails be Gary Cahill being sold. He's rejected the loan offer to Stevenage. Interesting. Austria have offered me the international manager's job. No, thank you. You'll have to let me know in the comments section. Oh, Scout Report and Tagliafico as well. If you want me to take up international management for the World Cup in the summer. If you'd like me to do that, then I will. If you're not that bothered, then I won't. But let's have a look, shall we? Right. So, attributes. Grimaldo, we have the full Scout Report back on now. Actually, I think I already had a full Scout Report on him, didn't I? But there are his stats on screen. Feel free to pause it at any point to have a closer look. And then Luke Shaw, we now know his stats. He's injury prone. Lol. But Luke Shaw, obviously a very capable player and will grow well at just 22 years of age, as will Grimaldo. Tagliafico, extremely good physicals. Very, very fast player. Only 5'8", but okay strength at 62. He's good enough in the tackle. To be fair, 78 stand tackle, 78 slide is good enough and will grow as well, being 24 years of age. Early crosser and team players we've seen previously. And a 4-star weak foot actually on Gulam. Acceleration not that high, but he is quite quick once he gets going. 91 stamina is good. And 78 stand tackle, 78 slide tackle, 79 stand tackle. Power free kick and a giant throw in. So still I think Luke Shaw is the preferred one if Cahill goes to Manchester United. If not, I'll go for Grimaldo. And if Grimaldo doesn't pay off, although he's injury prone as well. If Grimaldo doesn't pay off, then I'll probably go for Tagliafico. Maybe Kazawa. Maybe Kazawa. He's not that fast though. Good acceleration, but his total sprint speed is pretty low. Though he's good on the ball. I don't know. I don't know as of yet. I'm leaning towards Luke Shaw, though, to get another English player in if we can. But that will bring us to a close for now. Who have we got actually in the next round of the Cup? It is Bristol. Wow, we have Bristol Rovers, and now we have Bristol City. In our Champions League group, we have Shakhtar Donetsk, Sporting Lisbon, and Atletico Madrid. The European games will be starting in the next couple of episodes or so, but tomorrow it'll be Everton and transfer deadline day. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any more. The journey will return extremely soon. Streams are ongoing as well, although not FIFA streams yet until I've gotten the full release. Then the FIFA streams will start. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.